Hello once again, welcome to another tutorial, and in this tutorial I'm going to be using milk cotton yarn and a 4mm crochet hook. If you don't have this type of yarn, you can use any other type of yarn that you have. Make sure that you are using a corresponding crochet hook. So let's begin. So for this stitch, you need to start with a chain in the multiples of 3 plus 2. So the multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and so on. So for this tutorial, I'm going to chain 24, which is a multiple of 3 plus 2 to make them 26. So I'm going to begin with a slip knot. And then I'm going to chain 26. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I now have 26 chains. To begin the first row, I'm going to skip the first 3 chains from the hook. So that's 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to insert into the 4th chain. So I'm going to yarn over and then insert. Okay. And then yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. Okay, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over again, insert into the same chain, pick up a loop, 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. So now we have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, and then chain 1. Again, we're going to yarn over, insert into the same chain, pick up a loop, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over again, insert, pull through, 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all the 3 loops. So this is my first V cluster stitch. Okay, so this is the first cluster and this is the next cluster. So next we're going to skip 2 chains. So that's 1, 2, and then in the third one we're going to repeat. Insert my hook, pick up a loop, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over again, insert into the same chain, pick up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all the 3 loops, and then we chain 1. Okay, to complete the V, yarn over again, insert into the same chain, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over again, insert into the same chain, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. So now we have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all the 3 loops. Okay, like that. Let's do another one. Yarn over, skip 2 chains, 1, 2, then in the third one, pick up a loop, pull through, yarn over, into the same chain, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all the 3 loops, and then you chain 1. Again, in the same chain, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over again, insert, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, and then go through like this. So I'm going to continue, skip the next 2 stitches, put a V cluster up until we're towards the end of the row. So we're now at the end of the first row, and at the end here you should be left with 1 chain, this one, and in this last chain we're going to put a double crochet, and this is a double crochet in US terms and a treble crochet in UK terms. So I yarn over, insert into the last chain, pick up a loop, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. So this completes the first row. So moving on to the next one, you chain 3, 1, 2, and then 3, and then we chain. So for this row, up until you finish, we're going to be inserting a hook between the clusters in the chain space that we did in the previous row. Okay, between the V here. So next, I'm going to yarn over, come here in the chain space from the previous row, pick up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over again, insert into the chain space, pick up a loop, 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through all the 3 loops, and then we chain 1. Again, to complete the V, insert again into the chain space, pull through the first 2, yarn over, insert, pull through, 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2. Now we have 3 loops, pull through all the 3. Okay, like that. Again, we move into the next chain space, this one, and do another V cluster there. Like that. Okay, so we're going to repeat putting the V clusters into the chain space up until we're towards the end of the row. We'll come back, so I'm almost at the end of the second row. So at the end here, I just did this cluster here. We're going to come and locate the chain 3 from the previous row, this one at the far end here. Okay, and then in the third chain of this chain 3 from the previous row, we're going to put a double crochet, yarn over, okay, like this. Okay, so this completes the second row. So to the third row, we chain 3 again. So we're going to be repeating the second row for the rest of the project, depending on the type of project that you're working on. So again, we identify the chain space from the previous row, and that's where we're going to put the V cluster. Okay, so here we come again in the middle of the clusters and we put another V, and over, put through all the 3, another one, chain 1, okay, move into the next one, and over, chain 1, okay. So I'm going to continue and finish up at the end. Make sure that you put a double crochet at the top of this chain 3. You chain 3 and then you begin the 4th row. So I'm going to add a few more rows and then come back. Welcome back. So I've added a few more rows, and this is our stitch, and it is called the V cluster stitch. Okay, the V cluster stitch of double crochet. Okay, it's nice and beautiful, and this one can be used for blankets, scarves, or even cardigans. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe, like, and comment for more videos. Thank you.